Welcome, kindergartners. This is week 5, lesson 21. Hi, here are some things that you should be doing every single day to strengthen your literacy skills. Make sure you watch the alphabet chant video every day. Read your decodable reader for the week. Practice your high frequency word list. Make sure you're reading 20 minutes a day and completing a reading log entry. We also want to make sure that you're practicing your handwriting skills. With a sheet of paper, practice your letters from A to Z, writing your high frequency words, CBC words, and also writing short and simple sentences. Try to do this every day.
Hello, my name is Ms. Schultz and I will be your virtual teacher today. I hope you're ready to learn some fun and exciting things. Okay, so go ahead, make sure you're sitting straight and tall and ready to learn. Sit down and come together, together, together. Sit down and come together, together right now. It's time to practice sounds and blend them together. Let's practice our high frequency words and write them down. We are going to read the word in the box, there. This word is there. Read with me. There. Read the word with me again. There. When you see this word, boys and girls, you are going to say there. Go ahead and turn and talk to your partner if someone's in the room and read that word with your partner. Did you say the word there? If you did, very good. We're going to read the word they. This word is they. Read the word with me. They. Very good. Read the word once again. They. When you see this word, you will say they. Go ahead and talk to a partner that's in the room and say the word. Did you say the word they? Very good. The word in the box is where. The word is where. Read with me the word where. Read the word with me again. Where. When you see this word, you will say where. Go ahead and talk to your partner. Say that word to your partner. Did you say the word where? If you did a good job. Okay, now it's time to practice our sounds. So pay attention as we practice our sounds. The sound says am, as in Sam. What's the sound? Am. Say the sound with me. Am. Good. Say the sound on your own. Let me hear you. Now turn and talk to your partner and you take turns saying that sound. Did you say the sound am? If you did, great job. Yeah, yam. When I blend the sound together, they make the word yam. Go ahead and try with me. Yeah, yam. Now say the word yam. Very good. The next sound is an, as in can. What's the sound? An. Say the sound with me. An. Now say that sound independently. Good. Did you say an? Go ahead and turn and talk with your partner, and you and your partner say that sound. The sound is an. We are going to make words using sounds that we know. K, a, n. When I blend the sounds together, they make the word can. Try it with me. K, a, n. Can. Now say the word can. Try it one more time. K, a, n. Can. Gather around together and listen up well. We're going to read a story that you can retell. When we read the story, you will grow. At the end of the story, you'll say back what you know. We're going to pay close attention to our learning targets for today. I can retell the events from the story. Josh takes a bath. Your next learning target is using evidence from the text. I can answer questions about the story. Josh takes a bath. So I want you to get ready, focus, and I want you to be a good listener while I read aloud. Josh takes a bath. Josh takes a bath. After 3 days of pouring rain, it has finally stopped. The kids are all excited to finally be able to go outside and play. Josh heads over to the park, hoping the kids will have some snacks. He sees a half-eaten banana on the playground. There is a huge puddle in the middle, so he walks on the balance beam to go over it. Just as he is scurrying across the beam, he hears his name, Josh! Josh turns his head to see Chip and loses his balance. He falls right into the huge muddy puddle. Chip hurries over laughing at the muddy rat. Josh is not happy. He does not like to be messy. Chip says, maybe you can sneak into an apartment and get a bath. Josh agrees. He sneaks into the first floor apartment and heads straight for the bathroom. He looks up at the big tub and realizes that he does not know how to turn on the faucet. So he walks to the kitchen. There is a big cup full of water, but Josh thinks, I don't think I can fit in there. And it is so tall that I might get stuck. So Josh leaves the apartment and walks into the alley. Then he has an idea. He sees a lid that had fallen off of a trash can. It had turned upside down during the big rainstorm and is filled with water. Josh belly flaps into the lid full of water with a big splash. He swims around doing the backstroke and then floating on his back. He is having so much fun. Finally, his fur is mud-free. He hops out of the trash can lid and goes back to the park to dry off. The sun is shining brightly now. He finds a nice sunny spot on the sidewalk. He is so warm and comfy that he starts to fall asleep, with dreams of swimming in a pool of his own someday. In our story, the author said, just as he is scurrying across the beam, he hears his name, Josh. Josh turns his head to see Chip and loses his balance. He falls right into the muddy puddle. Now, I have a question to ask you. The question is, how does Josh get dirty? Think about that. How does Josh get dirty? You may know the answer right off, and you may not. You may have to look back into your text and read it again. Just as he is scurrying across the beam, he hears his name, Josh. Josh turns his head to see Chip and loses his balance. He falls right into the huge muddy puddle. Our next comprehension question is, where does Josh find to take a bath? So we have some text in front of us. If you know the answer and you remember the story, great. But if you have to look back into the text, that's a trait of a good reader. So let's look back in the text. So Josh leaves the apartment and walks into the alley. Then he has an idea. He sees a lid that had fallen off of a trash can. It had turned upside down during the big rainstorm and is filled with water. Josh belly flops into the lid full of water with a big splash. He swims around doing the backstroke and then floating on his back. He is having so much fun. Now the comprehension question is, where does Josh find to take a bath? Go ahead and talk to your partner. I'll wait. Oh, I heard someone said a trash can lid. Be a little more specific. Try to see if you can go back and be a little more specific and give me a whole sentence. Where does Josh find to take a bath? Good. Josh finds in a trash can lid that is filled with water to take a bath. Yes, very good. Okay, now we're going to think about some questions in our story. We're going to think about some comprehension questions. In the story, it says he swims around doing backstrokes, then floating on his back. What does backstroke mean? What do you think it means, backstroke? Okay, let's look at our sentence. He swims around doing the backstroke, then floating on his back. I heard someone, okay, good. I heard someone say that he must be in a swimming pool. Yes, because he's swimming around. He could be in a swimming pool, but what was he in? Yes, he was in a lid, right. And he was doing backstrokes. Okay, so if you think of backstroke, if you've ever seen somebody swim, a front stroke is like this, when you're swimming forward. A backstroke is when you're putting your arms backwards. Go ahead and try that. Make sure you don't hit anyone. Go ahead and do a backstroke right next to your head, and you're kicking your feet. That's what he was doing. He was doing a backstroke, and because he was already on his back, then he just stopped stroking his hands, and he was floating. Very good. What part of the word backstroke could help you know what it means? We just did an example. What part of backstroke helps you know? I heard someone say, yes, back means going backwards, moving backwards. So you know how you walk backwards, right? And you walk forward and you walk sideways. Well, he was actually backstroke. So he was stroking backwards. Great job. Good. After Josh got out of the lid, it says his fur was mud-free. What does that mean? Mud-free. Think for a moment. Mud-free. Did I hear someone say without mud? Very good. Mud-free. Anytime you're free of something, you don't have it anymore. Mud-free. If you come and you're mud-free, that means you don't have any more mud on you. So Josh didn't have any more mud on him. He was mud-free. When Josh found a sunny spot on the sidewalk, the story said he was so warm and comfy. What other words does the author have used? What other words could the author use for comfy? If you're comfy. So the sun was out and he was warm and comfy. What is another word that the author could use for comfy? If there's somebody in the room with you, you can talk to that person. What is some other words for comfy? Snuggly. Oh, I heard snuggly. Safe. What else? What other things mean comfy? What do you feel like when you're comfy? What words do you use to express you're comfy? I heard snuggly, soft, all fluffy, comfy. Good job. Let's dig a little bit deeper and ask a few more comprehension questions. Why does Josh lie in the sun? Why does Josh lie in the sun? I'll give you a few moments. Think about that. I heard someone. Okay, one more person. Anyone else? Because he was full of mud and he was wet and he wanted to get dry. Very good. Just like when we go to the swimming pool, we put our towel on, we get off and we're shivering, and sometimes our parents, someone says, go sit in the sun, and we sit in the sun and we get nice, warm, and toasty. That's exactly what Josh did. What from the story makes you know that he laid in the sun to get dry? How do you know that he laid in the sun to get dry? The story said that. The text let you know that he laid in the sun to get dry. Very good. Now we'll read a story with letters that we know. Get your fingers ready to follow the flow. When we see a word, we'll stop and look and get our mouths ready to read the book. Okay, let's go over our reading targets. For Josh takes a bath. I can use my knowledge of letters and sounds to read words. I can recognize and read many high-frequency words by sight. This book is based on the story that we just read and talked about. Josh takes a bath. I will read the words first, and then you will read the words with me. I want you to do two things. I want you to look and listen for high-frequency words and letter sounds that you know. Again, the title is Josh Takes a Bath. Josh takes a bath. Josh is in the mud. The tub is big. He cannot get in. The cup is not a bathtub. He cannot fit. Josh will get in the lid. He will have to sit in the sun. Josh is not wet. He can nap in the sun. Now it's your turn to read independently. Josh takes a bath. Go ahead and read your decodable. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to practice what we've learned. It's time to go to work. One more time. It's time to go to work. It's time to go to work. It's time to practice what we've learned. It's time to go to work. Okay, let's make sure that you have what you need. So you need your distance learning packet. We are on lesson 21, page 83. Page 83. We have 3 ones, 8 tens. Page 83. So go ahead and get to page 83, and I'll wait for you. Make sure you have a pencil and all the materials that you need. Great, so glad that you found your page 83 and you already have your name on the top. So let's go. Josh takes a bath. This is a reading comprehension sheet, and so what it is going to do is it's going to check your memory to see if you remember what took place in the story. Okay, number 1. Put your finger under the number 1. Pointer finger. Josh was in the blank. Circle your answer. Where was Josh? Look at the pictures. There are 3 pictures. Circle the correct answer. Did you circle the picture of the mud that splashed? If you did, that is correct. Now I'm going to read 2 through 6, and then you are going to go back and do it independently in a moment. So put your finger under number 2, your pointer finger. What was too big for Josh to get into? Circle your answer. A, tub, B, car, C, bag. Do not do it now. I want you to wait and go back and reread it and choose your answer. Number 3. Josh took a bath in a blank. Your choice: A, pool, B, lid, C, box. Number 4. How did Josh get dry? Circle your answer. How did Josh get dry? Look at the 3 pictures. Choose your answer. Number 5. What did Josh do after he was dry from his bath? I'll read that one more time. What did Josh do after he was dry from his bath? Circle your answer. Look at the 3 pictures. A, take a nap. B, get in mud. C, drink water. So after you do all that, I want you to pay close attention to number 6. So give your fingers a wiggle. Go ahead and put your pointer finger under 6 and let's read together with me. Retell this story in your own words to a partner. So either your mom, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your friend, your brother, your sister, but if there's no one there, maybe a stuffed animal. You're going to retell what happened in the story, Josh Takes a Bath. Okay, good job, and I will see you. Okay, we've done a lot of work today, and this is reflection time. What we want to do is think about what did you do today that is helping you become a more proficient reader. I want you to think about everything that we did today in our lesson to help us become a better reader. And I'm going to wait for a moment, and I want you to think, what did I do? What did I learn today in my lesson that helped me to become a better reader? Great. I heard someone say that I thought I heard someone say that they looked to see how many vowels were in a word to determine if the word was long or short. That's a good way. Very good. I heard someone else said that they tapped out the sounds and they blended the word to make sure that they could pronounce a word. Very good. Somebody said they went over their sight words or their sounds. Great. All those things help us to become a more proficient reader. Someone even said that later on, they're going to reread their decodable book independently to help them become a better and a proficient reader. Great. All those things work. Those are all great. So until tomorrow's lesson, have a great day. Make sure you practice, 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 and I'll see you tomorrow. Good job.